It's actually tequila. Hey everyone, my name is Gothier and welcome to my video. A little while back, I don't know why I'm doing it. I feel like I'm having a fucking stroke. So a little while ago, I made a how to get started video for streaming. How to get started? Yeah, you know what I mean. If you haven't seen that, click the card up there, watch it. It's very educational, and I think it's a good video. But let's say you know how to get started, like you already know the basics. You already know how to get started, and you need 5 tips on how to improve your stream. Now this could work for whether you've been streaming for just a couple days or whether you've been streaming for a while. So you may know some of these things, but I do have some good things to mention. But before we get started, I just want to say, what are you doing? Subscribe to the channel. I make interesting content. I stream every single day. And you know what? Let's try to get this video up to 15 likes. Not much. I know you can do it. So whether you are streaming on Twitch, on YouTube, or Facebook Gaming, these tips will apply to you. Alrighty, tip number 1. Consistency is key. No matter what platform you are on, the more consistent you are, the more likely you are for success. So Twitch does not have a tag, well, it does have kind of a tag system, but it does not have an algorithm to recommend streams. I mean, it's starting to do that, but it's not very good. So basically, why you want to be consistent on Twitch then is the more you're streaming and all that, depending on what video game and all that kind of things, which is very vital on Twitch, because if you pick one of the top games, you're more likely to not be viewed unless somebody goes and switches it to backwards. If you choose other games that are popular and also not too unpopular, that's how you kind of grow a following on Twitch, and that can be kind of a rocky road because you'll be wanting to play games new, but it's so saturated with other things, and there's no real algorithm to help you along that way. And then for YouTube, the consistency is a little bit different, because yes, you want to be streaming, but you need to be streaming more kind of the same things. Now, I don't mean like you only have to stream Call of Duty Warzone. No, that's not exactly what it is. Which some channels are like that. Some channels only are Skyrim and are all these other games, Tetris or whatever. It just helps YouTube and YouTube's algorithm to say, oh, okay, he plays Battle Royales. I'm going to throw people who like Battle Royales in that person's direction, and it'll help grow. Now, okay, so I threw in 2 of the biggest platforms, and you're probably thinking, okay, but how do I know which one's right for me? Like, what if I streamed on YouTube and I did really well, but then I also went and streamed on Twitch to check that out, and I also did pretty okay? Like, I'm kind of confused. You're in that middle ground that you don't know what to do. Well, actually, you don't have to pick one or the other. If you're using Streamlabs, you can multi-stream, but you have to use Prime, you have to pay for it. So if you are dedicated to streaming to multiple platforms and you want to pay for it, you could do that way. Or you could go to Restream, I think it's .com, I don't know, Restream, the business or whatever. You can put in your information, and that can help you multi-stream into other things. The only thing that you have to watch out for that is if you are a Twitch affiliate. You can't do that, or else you'll be in trouble with Twitch. So if you can multi-stream, do it. It is, if you think about it logically, that's 3 algorithms that are trying to figure out who you are and what your audience should be, so you're 3 times more likely to build an audience in the first place, and then you can help them all grow equally. Tip number 2, always be on. You may think, you mean like the camera? No, I mean always be on, always be entertaining. I can't tell you how many times I've watched a stream and the person's just sitting there like, yeah, you guys are funny. And they're not really interacting with the audience, interacting with their chat and whatnot. They're just focusing on the game, and they're not really being entertaining. Whether you have 0 streamers or 150 streamers, you should always be on, always be trying to entertain and find funny things, because no matter what, I've noticed this, no matter what platform you are using, the counter for the viewer count is not always accurate. It's delayed. So you may think, oh, I have nobody watching me, I'm just gonna play and I'll interact with chat when somebody chats, but why would somebody want to chat if you're not being funny or interesting or have an interesting personality? You're just sitting there playing video games. Alright, tip number 3. You guys do this or this? Oh! Yeah! Tip number 3, always be improving. Now this can go with the previous tip when I talk about always be on and always be entertaining. You can look at ways that you can be funnier, or you can look at ways of improving, whether it's hardware, whether you're like, okay, well, the lighting here is not very good, so I want to get key lights, brighten up my face a little bit while kind of darkening the background to make it a little bit more interesting. It's very important that, especially when you start, this is kind of more difficult, to watch your stream as critically as possible and be like, well, because you're gonna feel awkward. You're gonna feel like, oh, this isn't funny. This is just cringy. Which that's good. You are going to cringe because nobody's a perfect streamer. I bet even Ninja or Shroud watches their streams and they're like, oh, I can improve this way or that way. And you know what? That's actually what makes you good, not only with streaming, but other things in life, to critically analyze yourself and say, well, I could do this better. I can tell more jokes. I can be more energetic. I could spend a little bit more interest in the game, because if people are interesting, but they can't kill a single person in Call of Duty, whether you're funny or not, that's not too interesting. Tip number 4, care about your audience. Now this seems more like a weird one, and I respect that, but people respond better to those that care about them. So if somebody comes in my chat and they say hi, we'll just say their name is Weed Killer 42069 or some crap like that, and they say, oh, hi, my name's Derek, or something like that. You're just like, what up, Derek? How you doing? And then maybe they drop a sub because they had a good time, and even just like, and then they don't come back tomorrow or the next day, but they come back 2 days later. And they're like, oh, hey, bro, and you say, yo, Derek, what's up? That's going to hit them so much to be like, holy shit, this guy remembered my name. He's talking to, depending on how big you are, he's talking to 30 people all at once or whatever, and he remembered me. Or somebody says, oh, okay, I have drill this weekend, blah, blah, and then you see them later, and you're like, oh, dude, how was drill? And that's something that you can't really teach, because you have to genuinely care about people and those that watch, but you need to care about those that watch your content, and not just as the viewer number, but as people. Because if you only care about them for the viewer number, then you go down the slippery slope of you hang on them so much that they will be in control of the stream, but you never want that. Alrighty, I'm not gonna lie, this one was a little bit more difficult to think of, but because it kind of blends in with all the other things. Last tip number 5. The holiest of all tips. Make your stream stand out. This can be done in so many ways. I think the most challenging one is to have a different sense of humor, because that's just a personality thing. But one thing you can is interesting themes. There's one guy, I don't remember his name. I saw his streams like 4 years ago. I still remember to this day, though, that his stream was all about platypuses. Platypi? You know what I mean. Like the animals. And you know what? I haven't seen this guy stream in however long, but I know he's a Twitch partner. Comment down below if you know that guy's stream. But, having like these different themes and things that stand out from other streams make it more interesting to watch, and make it so people want to come back more and more to see the different alerts and see all that stuff, to keep it more entertaining. So that's one thing that you gotta kind of play with, because it also has to fit your personality. Say you really like bears, then you just were like, oh, okay, my whole stream's gonna be about bears. That may seem a little weird to people, but you know what? It's you. And that's putting you on stream, which is what this is all about. Putting your personality out there and waiting for the world to judge you. Harshly. Alrighty, it's probably a short video, but I've been recording for about 20 minutes now. Did you find this video helpful? I sure hope you did. Comment down below what you think. I love you guys. You're all amazing. I'll see you Wednesday?